Time to cue the music. Oh, there we go. That was supposed to be me sliding my finger across the piano keys.
Wasn't bad.
Wow. It's all right. We'll get him next time. It's time to play more or less. Denver Broncos edition. We'll start with the quarterback position with our quarterback last year. Well, of course, Brock Osweiler and Peyton Manning, they split duties under center. So Brock Osweiler, he's gone. Peyton Manning, gone as well. So more or less than 4 starts for the rookie.
Yeah, I think there's going to be more. I think that it goes back to a point Chris made about the offensive line inconsistency. I think that might be Sanchez's undoing. Because the offensive line struggles early on, and then maybe he doesn't take advantage of the opportunities that he has when he has time in the pocket. That's where I see Paxton Lynch getting a chance to go. He'll probably play well in the preseason, and they might not start him. I think Sanchez, I agree with Chris, will probably be the day one starter. But just because of that O-line inconsistency, he might not get to finish it out. What do you say, Chris?
Yeah, I'm going to say more, too. And I'm right alongside with David on that opinion in terms of making sure that they don't put Paxton Lynch out on the football field too early before he's ready. That being said, Kubiak's offense is user-friendly. He can come to the line of scrimmage. He can kind of diagnose, but it is what it is. He's got his play. You can either hand the ball off, they're getting that throwing, but there's not a lot of checks. There's not a lot of adjustments in terms of hot reads. So I think he'll be sooner rather than later in terms of getting his on-the-job training, being the quarterback of the Denver Broncos.
The offense, they averaged 22.2 points per game last season. A lot of different parts now, so more or less in 2016.
Yeah, I think it's more. They have to be better than they were last year. I mean, they had 23 interceptions from the quarterback positions, the most in the league. Obviously, we saw the quarterback rating was 76, somewhere in that range. So not very good. I think it'll be better this year. whether it's Mark Sanchez, Trevor Siemian, or Paxton Lynch, they're going to have more than 22 points per game.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, David. It's going to be more because they're going to have a quarterback that has the arm strength to stretch the defense vertically. That's going to open up things in the running game because Coach Kubiak wants to have a run-first offense, but also it's going to open up the chunk yardage with the play-action bootlegs, the things that he likes to do in his offense to get the explosive, push the ball down the field. It's going to be more yards and ultimately more points. It's going to be more than 22.
Paxton Lynch, I'm assuming, will be that quarterback who can stretch the field because he does have a big arm. This we know. Demaryius Thomas, he's a big receiver. 1,304 receiving yards last year with that two-headed monster under center. But what do you say this year, more or less than 1,300, DC?
Well, I mean, from 2012 to 2015, it's 4 straight years he's had 1,300 yards. But he also had a healthy Peyton Manning. I mean, he barely cracked it last year, but Brock Osweiler played a little bit. I just don't think that they're going to be a pass-first team. I think that's going to be run by committee, get some chunk plays, and other people are going to be involved. There's going to be a lot of attention that Demaryius Thomas draws from defenses. So I don't know that he's going to get to that 1,300-yard number. He probably can. He has the talent to do it.
Yeah, he does.
Can't drop the football. He had a couple drops last year, but I think it's just going to be more geared towards running the football, play action, throwing to the tight ends, and some other guys.
I'm going to say more. I think he'll get the targets in that offense. He's the go-to guy. They invested in him last offseason with that huge contract. So they'll have an opportunity with the quarterback, with the arm strength, to push the ball down the field. They'll also have Emmanuel Sanders on the other side. So that's going to keep defenses honest, right? They're not going to just continue to be able to roll coverages his way all the time. Emmanuel Sanders is definitely a threat as well. So that's going to help him out in terms of being able to get those one-on-one opportunities.
Has to minimize those drops. Some of those you talked about were big-time games. You can't do that.
No, you killed a lot of people in fantasy. I'm not going to name any names, but it's fine. Let's switch to the defense. They led the league in sacks last year with 52, but they did lose Danny Trevathan and Malik Jackson. So what do you think? More or less 52 sacks in 2016?
I'm going to go less. 52 sacks is a lot of sacks. That's a ton of quarterback sacks. I mean, it's just hard to do it. You know, you have those years where you're able to put it all together and you have the personnel, everybody's on the same page. But you just mentioned it. Malik Jackson is going to be gone. He was the guy that provided that interior push, kept quarterbacks from stepping up so those edge guys could get home and get to the quarterback. DeMarcus Ware, another year older. He missed some games last year from injury. So is he going to be able to continue to be productive at that same rate? You know, it's just one of those things that's tough to do. And when you're losing the personnel that they have, I just don't see 52 sacks.
I'm with you. I think 52 is a ton. Obviously, I know a lot about sacks, so that's going to be hard to get to. But I think the biggest thing is what you said, Malik Jackson. If there's a place to step up for those quarterbacks and escape those two edge rushers, I mean, that's got to limit your number. You're not going to get to 52.
Okay. How about the win total? Last year, 12 W's. Of course, we know they took home the Lombardi Trophy in Super Bowl 50. So more or less than 12 in 2016, Chris?
I'm going to say less. I see it as a 10-6 ball club. And here's why I say that. They've got the AFC South and the NFC South, some divisions that have some up-and-comers in there. I think there are going to be some surprises out of those divisions. And they've got the first-place schedule. They've got to play all the division winners in the AFC. So I just see it's going to be a tough road. It's, you're the Super Bowl champs, so everybody's going to be trying to knock you off. You've got that big bullseye on when you're on everybody else's schedule. People are going to be trying to prove themselves against you. So I just see it being tough for them to have over 10 wins.
Yeah, schedule-wise, I think it's going to be difficult. And then you don't have the experience that you had at quarterback last year. As poorly as Peyton played at times, he's still one of the greatest of all time. And in clutch situations, he made enough plays, get him in the right runs even sometimes to win football games.
And Brock, too.
Yeah, exactly. So Brock won some big games in New England. I mean, they played some tough football to get to the record that they were. So I think they'll probably have 9-10 wins. It's probably about right.
Okay, real quick. Can they win the division, yes or no?
No, I think it's the Oakland Raiders.
It's the Raiders.
Gotcha.
The Raiders.
That's right.